mommies. Why don't you unmute and introduce yourselves? Let me begin by introducing myself. I'm Natalia Johnson. If those of you are on the WhatsApp community, you would have seen quite a few messages from me. And I've been with Mompower since its inception in 2022. And Lakshmi over there is our founder and CEO. She's based in Florida. So I think as some of you were entering the call, you must have heard she's gearing up for the hurricane. It doesn't mean the Mompower conference, not that hurricane, but an actual hurricane is coming in this weekend if you've been following the news in Florida, which is quite going to be quite scary. So so we're just discussing about that. And how about you'll unmute yourselves and introduce
everybody
yourself.
Feel free to unmute, turn on the camera. We want to keep it casual. Don't be shy. It's non-judgmental place here. So one of the reasons we wanted to kind of course, do the meetup is to keep the connection going. And WhatsApp group is great, but then I feel like sometimes with all the spamming and things, the connection is still a bit lost. So we wanted to kind of show this new platform. And those of you who've logged in might have got the notification probably to kind of see the platform as well. So if you could like explore it, you have option to even see other members, and you can find the moms who's nearby to you. So you could even reach out to them personally. And how this is different from, say, a social media is because social media is just cluttered with everybody trying to get attention, right? It's more of like me versus we in social media. And that's one of the big things, to have a separate space for moms. It's more geared towards women and to help them from all areas. And also it makes it easier in terms of like which city you're in, what you're looking for. So you could go to those spaces based on your interest versus kind of being lost. And we all know once we get in like to social media, it's endless scrolling, and we scroll and we don't even know why we went in, and it's like 3 hours and we're like, oh my God, it's been 3 hours and kids are like somewhere. So and that's one of the big problems. So what are your thoughts? Did anybody check the platform? What interests you? What feature do you think is exciting? What do you want to see us do more of? Yeah, go ahead, anyone? Looks like we have a very, very shy.
I think all are silent, so I'll start. I think I just started, so it was very, just started updating the profile, and I just started over there and just logged in for this virtual meet. So I've not done the complete checking of the platform. Probably I'll do it between today and tomorrow. But, as of now, looks good. It's a nice way to kind of catch up with other moms. It's nice that you can connect one-on-one.
Right.
All your messages come on this group. So far so good, but I need to really get into the details.
And of course, even for us, we're just literally testing out today, this week. And as more people join, it will only help to even for us to see like where we can take it. So we're kind of growing with you guys as we kind of explore this. And since it has features to add different space, we'll of course be doing a lot more focus groups, whether it's like a teen mom, because that's one of the things we got. It's like, oh, we're teens, we don't know how to handle. It's like, okay, we'll have a separate group for teen, and then one with the toddler moms and with new moms, right? Because each women's, they're sailing different boat, and it's about, when we mix it, sometimes it doesn't make sense. Like if a teen mom is with a toddler mom, it just, it's like two different topics. And I'm kind of in both the boat. I have one leg there, one leg here, and they're all going that way. So it's going to be a very helpful thing. So thank you, Reena. And of course, even in terms of jobs and leaderships and things like that, we'll be loading up. In fact, we have some great call with corporates. So we'll be incorporating that aspect as well. So for women who want to get back to workforce and want to kind of upskill, so we'll have like beautiful things laid out for you. So it's easier to be in one space where you can still reach out for support, but at the same time, you can still hop into upskilling zone to work on whichever opportunity you have. And also kind of connect with us and be like, okay, I need help with this. So we can reach out to our contacts and our experts pool and build that for you guys. So that's some of the things. Yeah. So any other thoughts from you guys?
Do we also have something like reach out to mentors? There's a group of mentors.
Yes.
If somebody want, do we have that? Yeah.
Right. That's something that we'll be adding to for the mentors, because I feel like there's nobody like other moms who can mentor, right? And to have that group, and the ones who have been through life, who've been in corporate, like somebody like you could be a fabulous mentor, and for people to reach out to you. So that's something that we're working on as well, to have city based, and also based on kind of like pretty much like appointing like leaders for each of those space. So we have like one person kind of leading that, so people can come in on those spot, and other people can add on. And then of course we can give badges based on what they're doing, if they're in mentorship in terms of whether it's senior level position, or whether it is women in tech, or whatever that upskilling thing is. But based on that, we could give them the badge, so it's easier for moms to even navigate the space and to connect, and be like, even directly send a message and be like, hey, I'm kind of struggling with this, can you help? Because now it is like pretty much shortlisted, and we know who is willing and who's not, right? There's some who would want a mentor who's willing to be like, okay, I'm okay to give my advice to somebody. So that helps moms as well, and the one who want to mentor, so to kind of build that gap. So any other question, any thoughts? Go ahead, keep it interactive. That's why I was like, we want the cameras on, people.
It's good to keep the cameras on so that we know who is there.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's like, shh. So go ahead. So Natalia and Pratiksha, do you like to add something?
Well, yeah, one thing definitely about the platform I like was I only mentioned in my bio that I'm a mother of a 4-year-old. So quickly, AI picked up and said that Lakshmi also has a 4-year-old. You guys
Really?
should.
Yay!
I'm telling that's working. At least I'm like saying, yeah, we know each other. That's a separate point. But regarding this thing, it just prompted that, yeah, Lakshmi is also a mother of a 4-year-old. So why not connect and, get to know more, because they are, segregating us into the right toddler group. So I think that's good. I only updated it in my bio. It just
Which is
picked up.
good.
So yeah.
That's a great feedback. Thank you. So the thing is, the more we use the platform, it will get even better, right? Think of it as Facebook. If you have one friend, we don't really see what Facebook is about, versus really having that bigger network. And the way it can magically transform, whether in a personal aspect or professional aspect, is great. And the AI feature is the fabulous one. It kind of picks, and based on your location too. Say if you're in RT Nagar or Sadashiv Nagar, whatever, it kind of goes like, if she's close by. So even with the location, the feature where you can even disable if you don't want to. But if you enable those, and from our side, we've enabled it, so from admin side. But for you guys, you can kind of play around with the feature. So it's easier for it to be like days that you're bored and you'd be like, okay, I want to kind of just get out and grab a cup of coffee. Let me see who's willing. So there are other mothers who are like you. So you don't have to be in like Facebook kind of randomly be like, I don't know who might want to grab a cup of coffee with me, right? So it kind of makes things easier to make that first move and for the icebreaker. Yeah. So who else tested out? I know it was like a bit of a short notice. Any Ziba and Annie, did you guys test anything? Did you see anything? Okay, we'll just wait. You could just raise hand if whoever wants to talk to. There you go. Hi, Annie.
I'm sorry,
Hey.
I've
That's
joined
it.
in from another place, so I'm not able to speak loudly.
No, that's fine.
Happy to.
We're all used to that murmur thing with the little toddlers and babies. I think moms are experts in that, so we got it.
And yeah, my daughter's not keeping well, so just trying to attend
Yeah.
even in that situation.
Right.
I'm happy to be part of this meeting. So good to see a lot of people.
Thank you. Thank you. So it's just about like you guys using this platform. That sounds like it's not about us. And eventually we're giving this platform to pretty much your hands. So we could kind of be more of like, somebody who could support from far, but it's up to you guys, like how well you use it. And, to go beyond WhatsApp. I just feel like I hear one of the things, like, especially in India, everyone loves WhatsApp group and everyone's like, says so much noise. And it's just like, we don't know what to hear, where to hear. It's not segregated. So it just seems like a mental chaos. And even though I'm in the group, like I barely check my social media or my WhatsApp, even though I should be. And that's how it's like, I need a separate space, especially the ones who want to grow on. So you could definitely utilize those things. And what are something that you guys are looking forward from a platform like this or from us? So feel free to add in your thoughts. So what else do you think we could do to help mothers through the platform or through conference? Want to add something, Reena?
No, once I explore the platform, I'll definitely let you know. I said mentors is something which I think is a good option, because I'm sure a lot of people will want to kind of, and I'm sure you have ideas. You'll have something related to health. You'll have,
Yes.
I'm sure you're already working on all that, right?
Yes.
And I'm sure that will come. So probably, everyone should just explore the platform and then probably can give them their ideas. That's what I would say.
Right. So we'll be adding those vertical, and as you know, like conference is divided in those like parenting, relationship, fitness, nutrition, mindset, and career, right? And entrepreneurship. So how do we add all of that and segregate it, and have people take the lead? Yeah. So hi, Grishma. So Grishma just joined in. Feel free to unmute and talk. So it's more of a interactive open session. We're just having a conversation on the platform and just getting your feedbacks on those. And regarding the conference, we have some really fun people coming along. We have Ryan Fernando, who's a nutrition expert. He's absolutely amazing. He's one of the best in the country. We're having Yasmin Karachiwala, who is a celebrity fitness trainer. And then we have Usma, who's a prestige CEO. And there's Pranita Subhash, who's an actress, mom of two, she just delivered. And we have senior leaders from different tech companies, corporates, some wonderful people joining us, some from Myntra and others. So we're going to curate the main events in Conrad. So that's going to be like the main day. But also added 28th and 29th is going to be virtual. So we're trying to have more conversation, things that matter, from all topic, even neurodivergence to the parenting aspect, everything that we could think of. So you will start seeing those agenda too. So keep a tab with that. Hi. So we see little cuteness joining us. And always feel free to like bring the kids along. We're kind of open for that. So and we'll have more of this, I think, weekly meetups if you guys kind of would like that. So hi, would you like to add something? Avisha, right? Avisha the star. Yeah.
Lakshmi.
Yes, hi. So yeah.
Love you.
Oh, I love you too. You're like the cutest. Her voice is like one of the sweetest thing ever. All right. You want to guys kind of like open it up for discussion? Go ahead and you could, talk about yourself, Divya, Bharti, Rashmi, Grishma. If you want, like, you could unmute if you're not too shy and introduce. We'd love to know more about you.
Yes, just before that, Lakshmi, to add on, we are also having the virtual summit, which will be on 28th and 29th of November, just one day before our actual conference. so that we can add more value and inspire moms more. We have a host of amazing experts from across the globe joining us virtually, so we will be doing the speaker reveal in the upcoming days. So stay tuned, irrespective of where you are in the country or across the world. You can always tune into that and join in. And we are having a momathon, which is a unique walkathon for moms, on November 24th in Bangalore. So Bangalore moms, gear up for that, and we'll have a great time. So it's to celebrate the resilience and just celebrate the joy of motherhood. And please feel free to bring the dads along, because they can cheer for us. And it's not just restricted to moms. It can be a family walkathon, because we are, of course, celebrating moms. So everyone is invited. So we will be sharing details about that. That's happening on November 24th. It's a Sunday morning. And we'll be having some good Zumba and some good fun. And your kid can cheer for you for a change, rather than you cheering for your kid on their sports day. It'll be a mom sports day.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's been a while since we did that, right? And since fitness is one of the area of focus, a conference, we could do a lot of theory, but nothing like getting out and doing the fun activities. So that's one of the reasons why we're like, okay, we got to get women out of the door. And I don't know how many of you were part of, like, last year's, we did like a fun what was that? Zoom, the flash mob. So we did a flash mob, which was such a blast. We had like 2,000 people looking at us. There were like 100 plus moms and kids, and it was such a fun experience. So it's going to be one of those. It's more of like, fun activity to just get out and do. Regarding our virtual conference, we do have Dr. Shefali joining us. Dr. Shefali is one of the best parenting expert in the world. She's been on Oprah Winfrey to NBC, ABC, like name it, she's been everywhere. She's one of the most sought after speaker. So she'll be joining us on a virtual summit. So definitely you want to check her out. Then what else? There's more update that we're going to keep telling you as we go. And how many of you here are from Bangalore? You want to raise your hand? All of you are from Bangalore? Okay. And how about others? Anybody from Mumbai, Delhi? Okay. Anyone from different city other than Bangalore? Grishma, where are you from?
I'm from Bangalore, Lakshmi.
Okay, so mostly all of you are from Bangalore. I mean, that's where we kind of started our event, and primarily we're based there. We kind of, with the platform, we are now opening it up to different cities. That way we'll kind of see like how we could help more moms in different cities and stuff. So that's great. Would love for you guys to introduce yourself. What do you all do? Feel free to talk so others also know it's not about me, it's more about you guys. That's always like, feel free to turn on the camera and unmute and tell us who you are.
So Grishma, I've met her at the last offline meetup we had in Bangalore, and she's a mom in training. She's not yet a mom, but she's a mom in training. So we're getting trained by all of us moms here. Right, Grishma? Maybe that's why she's a bit shy to unmute.
My mentor.
That's like an amazing prep that you're doing. I wish we did that. Oh my God, our life would have been so easier. We had to figure it hard way. Like everything's like, oh my God, like this is how it is. That's fabulous. You got to make for an amazing mom. And how about Rashmi and Rita and Rachna? Or Rashmi? Rashmi and Shivani. Hello, hi. I see more children. I love it. Yes, Shivani, you could unmute.
Yeah, she is hiding.
Yeah. Hi. Where are you from?
Say hi. Say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Yeah, fine.
So nice to see you all. So Shivani, where are you from and what do you do?
I'm from Hyderabad, ma'am. I'm basically a career counselor and content creation.
You are.
Recently, I started on
resell saree business to help the Cheneta families.
Oh, that's fabulous. See, like when you start speaking, right, everything just lights up with, all the cool stuff that you guys do. We want to know more. That's brilliant. And you have one kid or you're more?
Yeah, only one kid.
Nice. That's wonderful. We have somebody out of Bangalore. That's great.
You are the teacher.
What's that?
So she wants to ask you, are you a teacher?
Oh, you teacher.
Not a teacher. I'm definitely.
Oh.
I think that's like a huge response. Not really, but
Yeah.
but I just like to chat. I'm more of a friend, you could say, a friend for all the moms. So I don't really preach. I don't think I'm there yet. We're always learning. But we learn together. Everybody here are teachers.
What is your name?
My
What is
name, my name is Lakshmi. What's yours?
Tanvi.
What's that?
Tanvi.
Janvi. That's such a lovely name.
Tanvi or Tanvi.
Her name is Danvi, ma'am. Her mother tongue is Tamil. She doesn't
Tamil.
know.
Okay.
Yeah, Tamil.
That's good. My in-laws speak Tamil. I don't know much. But koncham theriyum. So that one.
Koncham தெரியும்.
It's lovely talking to you. So Bharti, hi Bharti. You can unmute and introduce.
Hi everyone. Wonderful and lovely ladies here
Yes.
on a single platform. So I am Bharti and I am from Delhi. And I love chatting with people. And I have an Instagram page by the brand name Seri Jewels.
Mhm.
So I started this during COVID.
Mhm.
So it is slowly and steadily gearing up.
Nice.
So, and along with that, I'm also working. I've just started my journey again after COVID scenario.
Mhm.
So that's about me. Yeah.
That's fabulous. So you're an entrepreneur, you're a working mom, you're hustling, you're a hustler. That's great to know about you. And how about your children?
I have two daughters and they both are in college.
Okay.
And one of them is doing BTech computer science engineering. And the other one is doing digital marketing and data analysis.
That's nice. So you're like, they're a lot more grown up. But so how do you describe the motherhood now in this phase with kids being older? Do you find it challenging? Do you find it easier? What are your
Yes,
thoughts?
yes.
Because there are other moms with younger children. Eventually they'll be in your shoe too. So what are your
So,
thoughts?
correct. So what I would say is mother's job, it's endless. So though the children are in early age group, maybe like in a minority level or at the majority level, so it continues. The responsibilities, they vary, both in terms of in understanding them and in cooperating with them. Everything, the scenario changes. So it's an endless job for mothers.
Totally.
So along with the time, I think mothers' mindset also should change, because nowadays the kids are more advanced.
Totally.
So advanced in the sense, if it is not legal or if it is not the correct way, then obviously mothers, they should take up some stand for the children. And besides that, I feel mothers should be little open-minded as per the surrounding and the atmosphere nowadays, as
Totally.
compared to our days.
I agree
Yeah.
with you. Life's changed so much. Like us growing up to kids growing up now, we didn't have technology infestation. Like, everybody has technology. Everybody can do whatever they want, and they are more informed than ever. So our parenting strategy has to completely change. Gone are the days when it's like, all kids would be like, yes, sir.
Yeah,
Is that right? Like, it's different world.
Yeah, also in terms of mindset, I should say, I think we have to grow up a
Totally.
little, have some open-minded sort of thing, rather than a conservative sort of thing. Then only I think both the wheels, they will go together.
Together. And isn't it an art? I feel like, nobody kind of gets it 100%. It's just an art that each mother has to figure out. That's why, like, when um, one of the child here, like she asked, are you a teacher? I'm like, no, we're not teachers here. Nobody is teacher because we could bring the best of experts. End of the day, it's what people take and how they make it work for themselves. And it's not, again, about experts. It's like listening to people like you had something to say. Now somebody
Yeah.
listening will go like, I remember Bharti saying this and it makes sense.
Every woman, I think, they connect with one another because
Yes.
everybody have their own set of experiences, challenges, and everything. So when we are on such a platform, and we get to know about each other, along with that we get to know about their experiences, about their challenges, we discuss, and we come up with some or the other solutions. So
Totally.
that is the plus point of such platforms. What
Totally,
I
I
feel.
agree with you. And that is the whole goal of it, to kind of keep it more anonymous, like more private, away from social media. Because I feel like the discussions that we're going to have is going to be a lot more personal, and to give them that personal, the safety to open up, to have conversation. It's important to kind of remove everybody from the social media space and to be
Correct.
able to have those open conversation. And it's
I
about you guys talking about all this. And I love that you started your work back again after your kids post COVID. So kind of talk to us about it, because I think a lot of women here, will come to that spot as well, where initially raising children is hard. They stay home, but after a while they're like, okay, who am I? Where am I going? I would love to do something. Your aspiration, and you found your aspiration, I guess, like with your
Yeah,
jewel.
because sitting idle was not my cup of tea. So then I thought of starting something of my own. So I started this Insta page. We struggled a lot. Still we are. Anyways,
Yeah,
I love to be busy and yeah, do some sort of creativity. Yeah, that's
I
it.
love that. And that's such an important thing, to be busy. And one of the reasons why I started this whole thing is for that. I'm like, okay, I cannot sit idle. I feel like, as they're saying, idle man's mind is devil's workshop. And I feel like
Correct.
that's when kind of women get toxic, because now they're idle. And when we don't have purpose, we tend to kind of, think probably go spiral down over time.
Like it's empty mind is like a devil's mind.
Totally. And I feel like that's one of the thing. I feel like, again, it's a beautiful job to raise children, to take care of them, but also not to lose the identity of what we are meant to be and who we are and what we are good at, and exploring it, and not to really for saying that, okay, I'm going to have the next best jewelry brand or whatever. It's more about the act of being in the space where I'm like, okay, I'm going to use my time to do something, rather than maybe watch TV whole time, or be on social media whole time. I think that's a beautiful step you've taken. So,
So when
anybody?
we join together, na, there is more power, what I believe in.
I
And
agree.
yeah, women power is the utmost.
Yes, like
It
everyone
has more
supporting
strength
each
than anything.
Exactly. And in olden days, people had that, right? Like women would go out, just like talk to the neighbors, and they had that like a village, like a family almost. And that's lacking in today's world, because everybody's
Correct.
more about I, me, myself.
Yeah.
So it's a different world. So I feel like this effort is very important, that they're all on the same page. So it's wonderful chatting with you. How about Archana? Archana, tell us more about you.
Hello
Hi.
everyone.
Hi.
I'm Archana and I'm from Udaipur, Rajasthan.
Wow, we have people from different places. I thought it was all from Bangalore. So we have Delhi, we have Rajasthan, we have Hyderabad. Wonderful.
Good to see you all here and
Yeah.
nice seeing you, and you all are sharing your experiences. That's wonderful.
Mhm.
Good. I'm a
Yes.
teacher. I'm taking coaching at home.
Okay.
For marriage, I was teacher.
Mhm.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay. Uh-huh.
Now I'm housemaker, homemaker also, and taking coaching at home also.
That's nice. What do you coach?
Sorry.
What do you coach? What do you teach?
Up to 10th standard, I teach all subjects.
Okay, so you coach from home, and you teach. Okay, so that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. And how many kids do you have?
I have two kids.
Mm-hmm.
One is 17-year-old,
Mm-hmm.
and one of my son is of 17-year-old, and my daughter is 11 years old.
Nice. That's great. That's wonderful to know. And you also found your passion, your teaching with your time. I love how diverse the group
I'm
is.
waiting for my passion to come true. I'm not. This is not my passion. This is my profession. Well, I'm
Okay.
taking.
What do
Okay,
you enjoy
passion
doing?
is different, huh?
What do you enjoy doing?
Mm-hmm. But I'm trying hard to compete with it.
Well, it's like, your calling, right? Like what makes Archana's heart happy?
Mm-hmm.
You'll have to
That's
kind of You'll have to write it down. One day you need to sit down, be like, what will truly make me happy, right?
yeah,
And
yeah,
once
yeah.
you find that spark, whatever it is, like even if it seems ridiculous, to just write down and to go after it, break it down and go after it. It's the end of the day chasing your light, right? And you need to just write that down. If teaching makes you happy, there you go. You just have to go in that. If music makes you happy, get into
Ah, I'm just interested in music only.
Oh,
That's
music.
my
Okay.
passion, huh? Singing is my passion, actually.
Oh, really? I love that. That's great.
Yes, I'm just trying for that also.
Can we hear something? Like maybe a
Oh,
little. We're
right
honored to hear you sing.
in section right now, but some other day,
For
sure,
sure. Okay. Maybe
sure.
one of our next session you could like
Yeah, yeah. I'll
come
just
on.
record it and in the that the group only I'll send. Okay.
Wonderful. I would love to hear. So that's the
Uh-huh.
whole thing, right?
Thank you
Like
so much.
we're gonna be a cheerleaders. And that's the
Mhm.
whole point with the Mom Power group and the page. You want to kind of cheer each other, whatever their dreams or whatever their vision is, we'll be here supporting. That's
Yes,
one.
yes, yes.
So
Uh,
that's anything else you'd like to add to the groups?
that's it.
All right. So it's great talking to you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And how about
Every
Vaishali?
mom over here, all good. Right?
What's
We
that?
all are good mom over here, and every experience give motivation only. Nah?
So
Motivate others also for the same.
now we're like a family, right?
Bharti said Insta also, she started with the Instagram, Bharti said just now only, before that conversation. That's
Right.
only we are motivating from each other's experience also.
Yes, that's the biggest motivator. It's not
Yeah,
about some guru coming and speaking. It's about
yeah,
you people seeing that what other moms are doing and going like, okay, if she can do it, I can do it too, right? And
yeah,
if
that's
we
the
can go
thing.
into that, there's nothing more beautiful than that. And sometimes we don't hear it because see, women are more like we don't really share that aspect of us. And social media is all about external stuff. But I feel like the more people open up and interact like this, we feel like it'll be great. And at the end of the day, we want that, right? We want to be able to speak to somebody, to be able to be like, hey, I have this crazy, like Reena, I'll give you an example. With
Yes,
Reena,
yes,
I met Reena when in Infosys when I'd gone there for one of the speech, and we kind of connected, and she had this beautiful personality. And I had this crazy idea one day, and I was like, it was middle of night, and I was like, Anisha chewing my husband's head, and he
yeah.
thought, okay, it was
I
one of
feel like that also.
I called Reena. It was middle of night for me because I'm in US. And she was like, isn't it like really late night for you? I was like, yes, it is, but I have to tell you this because I cannot keep it within me. I was like, tell what? Like she thought it's like, something crazy happened. I was like, I have this idea and what do you think? I want your feedback. So that's how, and she was like, I think it is good. Maybe I think I should do it. So it kind of started with that. So that day, if I wasn't able to share it, who knows, right? Probably this thing wouldn't even have happened. It was literally was one of those things that's like, I want a space for moms. And my husband like, oh, are you sure? And he thought I was joking. And within like a year, I did the conference. But it all started with me being able to share my vision and my thought with somebody to have that support system, be like, I think you got this. Come on, yeah, do it, do it, do it. That little nudge. Because you'll never know where something, that one little push that you give to other can take. So I encourage all of you to do the same thing to each other, whatever your vision is, right? Maybe somebody's like, I think it's good. Even to use the space to run the ideas, to kind of come in and be like, hey, girls, I'm kind of thinking of starting my jewelry line or my clothing line or somewhere that could be. What do you think? And to explore it. So, and that's when the power comes out, right? Or this is just about keeping it like stagnant. So, yeah.
That's what I'm thinking, that if this my passion has to be come true and my dream must be fulfilled.
Totally. If you put your heart, you're gonna get there. It's just about putting your heart in that space to be aligned with your higher purpose, and then nothing can stop you. Like it's zero. So, and you'll be happy. That's the most important thing.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Anybody else? Vaishali, Shama.
Hi, Lakshmi. I would like to go next if that's okay.
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
I'm sorry, I had some network issues where I was dropping off and on.
That's okay. And it's okay. You're welcome. It's okay. Here, kids, no problem. Go ahead. We used to.
Ignore the background sound.
We love the
Okay,
background
so
noise.
I'm from Bangalore, and I am Natalia's friend as well. She's the one who recently introduced me to Mompower group, and I've never attended any of the conferences. In fact, today's is the very first event that I'm actually attending and getting to know you a little bit. But yes, I'm following you on Insta, and yes, I'm up to date about what's happening. And I know there's a conference happening in November.
Yeah.
I plan to attend that since
That's
I'm anyway in Bangalore. Yeah.
good to see you soon.
Yes.
Okay.
So I have recently left my corporate job of around 20 years,
Wow.
and I thought it was enough, and I was done and dusted with my corporate life.
Mm,
And I've recently joined my family startup, which is called Earth Baby. It is into
nice.
natural skincare for moms and babies and kids.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. So
That's
that's what I'm into. It's only been 1.5 months that I've joined this. I'm heading the marketing there right now. So let's see. I've never done marketing before. It's something totally new for me. So I'm
you'll
still
be
learning and exploring new things and
That's the
experimenting
fun
with
part.
things.
More than the end result. This is the
Yeah.
fun part, the figuring out. Yes, it's stressful, but the act of figuring out is very exciting. And the fact that you kind of are chasing your dream and your purpose, and you made the decision saying that, okay, corporate life is done. So that's a good thing, because if it's not working out, it's not working out, right? Like there's no point going against the flow. So what made you kind of burn out with the corporate?
I mean, I thought I had done enough of it, and my husband was already running this business, Earth Baby, but it wasn't doing so well, to be
Mm,
honest. And we weren't really putting a lot of efforts into marketing. We were only into, developing the product, beautiful products and genuine ones, and all our efforts were going there. And we had
yeah.
never really put in major efforts into marketing. So we thought, let me just leave my job full time. And this is like another baby for us, right? Earth Baby is another baby, my fourth baby, I can say. So I have two girls, one pet, and Earth Baby is the fourth one.
No, we're cheering for you on that. I feel like, sometimes with a good product, marketing again, it becomes an issue, right? Like product could be good. That's what we see like with the brands. They sometimes spend so much, the product is not good. And they put all that cost on people's head and they have to purchase that, right? And sometimes the quality is really minimal versus a high-end
Absolutely.
quality, but it is the marketing cost is reduced. That way people also get the value and use good stuff. So would
Right.
lovely to try it out and test it on ourselves and especially the fact that it is more organic and healthier versions.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
that's great to know.
Well, I'm excited to be a part of this and wonderful to be here. So excited to be here.
Same
Thank you.
here. Lovely to see you, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in person and
Yes.
keeping this connection going. And I was saying it's not about us; it's about you guys coming together and using this platform. And that's the whole reason we're putting so much effort. Trust me, it's not easy. Like it's been like the hardest thing trying to pull this together. But when I see everybody kind of lighting up with this, then we go like, yeah, no, we're in right direction. So
When did
keep
it start, by the way? I'm sorry, I didn't keep a tab on that. When
we
did this group start?
started like post-COVID, like in 2022. I was saying like this crazy idea, and Rina was one of like the first. And then I was like, okay, let's do it. Then I called Natalia, who is my college senior, and I was like, Natalia, you're coming, you're gonna do it. She's like, what? They're like, we'll figure this out. You come. So pretty much it was one of those things. And everyone's like, so what is your product? I'm like, I have no product. So what exactly are you doing? I'm like, I just want every mom to get together. And it's like, okay, so how are we going to afford trying to put up such a big thing? We'll figure it out. So those were my way. So it was, yes, it wasn't one of those business model that would be great. But we're like, I had this faith that if it's meant to be and if we can impact, things will come and fall into place. And as long as it sustains, I'm good. But I want to see the impact. That's why I want the interaction factor is very important. Like, I don't want it to be about me talking, because I don't think I'm great at anything. I mean, I'm okay with stuff, but I have my days. Some days I'm good, some days I'm terrible. So it's about kind of, listening to each other and getting inspiration. I want to be inspired by you guys, just listening to Bharati telling about how she started. Like, it is just inspiring. And every day we kind of, we get such people in our circle. It's great. They say you're sum of 5 people you hang out with. And if we have a group of inspiring moms around us, no doubt we're going to grow by default. But if we have this, the negative group who are doing nothing, who are just wasting their life, or just consuming social media, just shopping, the frivolous thing. At that point, you're going to become them, right? So, and you just have one life. So it's a choice to make of who you become, which is quite important. And that's why we want to bring your match, so you can kind of figure out who could kind of, similar to you. And with AI feature, I think it's even more brilliant, because that processor is reduced. Like, you don't have to figure it. The AI will tell, hey, I think you're a good match with this person.
No, I agree, and I think it's really important for women, and they are very talented if they
Yes.
really, do a lot of introspection and think about it. There's something or the other they are good at, and they can
Right.
definitely excel in. I mean, I can give you my personal example. I'm not saying I excelled in it, but I came from a background. I was born in a small town in UP, Muzaffarnagar, and although it was an English medium school, we hardly spoke English. And we shifted to Bangalore when I was in the 7th grade, and I was quite mature already, right? By then, I was just not comfortable even talking to people in English. It was that bad. And eventually, I mean, I took it on me and learned whatever I could. In my last 15 years of my career, I was actually a communication trainer.
That is
So from there,
incredible. That's an incredible story.
so
That's
from
great.
there to actually becoming a trainer, and I used to give that example, and people used to give that example to students, in IBM when I was working. And yeah, it was quite inspiring to just look at my own journey, honestly, more than
That's
anything, because
incredible.
I don't
And
know how it happened, but it just happened.
see, that's the thing, you're
Yeah.
aligned. And that's my story too. Like,
Yeah.
I came from a small town as well. And you won't believe, like, all my thing was in the government stuff. So, I mean, I went to Kendriya Vidyalaya, right? That's KV. And then my college was in like the government college in a small town. And then I went to engineering college in Bangalore. So even my Bangalore wasn't like, holy shit. But yes, I've been here by default, because my husband's like an NRI, was born and raised here. So by default, my accent's like kind of flipping, because I've been here, married for like
Right.
17 years. But even in terms of the journey, right? Like, from very humble beginning to where I am today, it's like there's a lot that you pick along. And sometimes you turn back and you'll be like, wow, it's been an incredible ride. And at that point, you just feel grateful. And you go like, if we could help more people find their path to go from there to here, to be like, hey, it's not impossible. You just have to have that open heart and positivity. I feel like it's all mindset. The more you open up yourself for
Absolutely.
possibilities, miracles happen. And it really does. Like, look at your story or mine. Like, what are the chances? And I have had more odds against me with other health issue and other personal crisis. But if we allow good things to happen, it will. So it's a lovely,
True.
lovely.
I agree. Yes. Same
Um,
here.
mhm. This wonderful. This is Rajesh Chowdhury, but I see a beautiful woman there.
I
So
want to go on that before that, Lakshmi. So we had a very unique situation. So I definitely want us to tell us, sorry, what is the reason behind her name? One, because of her name, Jasmeet got confused and didn't, let her in first because of the name. So she texted me stating that I have attended Mom Power before as well. So then I told Jasmeet that, the name is maybe a confusion.
So Rajesh, is this your name?
Yeah.
Rajesh is your name. Okay.
She's in the train right now with her kid and she's joining in still. So, yeah, thank you so much, actually. Thank you so much for joining.
Go ahead. Tell me more about you. We cannot hear. We're unable to hear.
I guess she's in a train. She's in a train, I think.
Oh, you're in a train. Oh, where are you from? Where are you from? Mumbai?
Probably ask her to type in the chat if we're not able to hear her.
I think there's too much of noise, wind noise.
I'm assuming it's Mumbai because I think Mumbai is like one of the train thing, right? A lot of people take train.
To Jaipur. She's traveling to Jaipur.
She's traveling to Jaipur from Bangalore, I guess.
Oh, this is incredible. Jaipur, Rajasthan, Hyderabad, Delhi. Where are Bangalore moms? I was thinking it's all like mostly Bangalore moms. That's great. Okay, that's wonderful to know.
I think she's telling that she's from Bangalore. She's traveling to Jaipur.
Ah, okay.
That's what she's trying to say.
Okay.
Is that what it is? Yeah, I stay in Bangalore.
Okay, that's right. Everyone's, you guys are right. I mean, I didn't realize everybody would just like literally travel everywhere. That's amazing. That's good. You have a great trip. Anybody else? I think we're going to catch you probably next time and hear about you and your story. So Shama or Monica.
Hi, Lakshmi. I am sorry. I am not able to switch on the camera because of some technical issue at my end. Hello there. Hello, everyone. I'm so sorry. I'm talking faceless. So you can see only roses.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope I will, when you see me, you can relate me to the roses.
Yeah. You just said the rose lady.
I'll change my name, but I prefer Monica Vassal.
Yeah, Monica
Okay.
Rose Vassal.
Thank you. I like it. Okay, I am, I think I don't know who is Natalie here. I've been speaking to her. We don't, again, hi. Now I can connect the name to the face.
Yes.
Yes.
So, it's real people and it's not like this men doing this thing right? So that's
Yeah, no. I trust you guys. I think, Lakshmi, we are connected on LinkedIn also.
Oh, we are? Okay,
Yes.
that's great.
Yeah, I got a voice message from you.
Okay.
It was a lovely message. Thank you so much when we are on call. And
Oh, I remember now. You wanted to do some, yeah, go ahead. There's
okay,
something
by profession, I am a life coach. I am a relationship transformation coach. I work with women, mothers, parents, teens for their relationship issues. And
Nice.
it has been an incredible journey. I have been a banker by profession. I started as an MBA. I've been a banker for about 10 years. And then after 10 years, when I had my second child, I had to leave my job. And then I got some time to explore my surrounding. And that was the time when I saw people, I saw so many children suffering because we mothers, quickly move into the role of motherhood and then we leave ourselves somewhere else.
True.
And, we stop working on ourselves. We stop working on our relationship. And couple's relationship is not yet settled, but we become parents. And that starts to pass on to the child. The stress goes on to the child. And I've been suffering children for that. I've been watching children suffer for that. So that somehow, motivated me to start working on the root cause rather than working on the children, rather than working on the child psychology. I started working on the parents. If we fix
Yeah.
the root,
Mm.
then everything will be fine later on. So that's something moved me. And 10 years ago, I moved into this field and I started working as a relationship coach.
Mhm.
And it has been a wonderful journey. Every day is a new learning, and
Mhm.
I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And
That's
there's
lovely.
no greater feeling than bringing a positive change in someone else's life,
Mhm.
and especially watching children being happy, having a safe, happy place, which they really deserve.
I agree. I feel like, with the roles we play, it's so critical, and women don't realize it. They kind of default into the role of motherhood, and they think like, okay, gave birth, now I'm a mother, but that doesn't give the title, right? It requires a lot of patience. In fact, it requires a lot of understanding of where we are coming from and how are we looking at this role. A lot of people carry a lot of baggage, a lot of childhood traumas, and until and unless they process it, they're going to download it to their children by default, guaranteed. And I've seen families after families being destroyed because of this thing. And one of the reason why we started Mompower 360 is for that, to show women that what they're capable of, and also in a good way and in a bad way, right? So how do we handle the situation when we're not able to deal with stress, or we're really burnt out, and certain things we're struggling with? Where is it all coming from? Like, how many of us really question, right? Now, when we react, why are we reacting? Is it really the child, or is it us? Most of the time it's us, right? The baggage.
Yeah. Right.
And it's putting that question in their head. It's like to take that pause and to breathe and be like, wait, let me process this before react. And child abuse is real, and the victim of child abuse, and sometimes, unfortunately, it's happening within the homes, and nobody is holding anybody responsible. And unless we bring this to the forefront to have this conversation, we're going to have a lot more broken adults. And I cannot tell you how many broken adults I've met in my life. And I travel a lot, I attend conferences, I meet a lot of people, have a lot of conversation, and I see it. So many. And it all goes down to that. And when you think of it this way, can you imagine like what we could do when we make people think and think in a right way? It literally like we're cleaning out the system from root down. And I know it seems like unrealistic, like how can we just focus on that? But it's a
No,
very societal problem, and it needs to be addressed.
we need to work on it. Somebody has to break the pattern. Otherwise, it will continue to move on to the next generation. And children are the real sufferers. And
Yes.
the worst part is mothers do not even know what they are doing to their child.
Totally.
And we need, I always say this is very important. I use it everywhere. You cannot pour from an empty cup. We do not focus on filling the cup.
Right.
We keep focusing on, pouring from our empty cup. You can't. And
But it's conditioning too, right? Like within our society, the conditioning is, okay, you're a mother, you're going to give, you're a giver, you nurture. But it's like sometimes women struggle, and that's the thing. It's not like, even when you look at abuse and stuff, it's not like they want to. It's just their mental states, right? At that point, when there's so much going on, whether it's in relationship or things that's happening within the family or work, at that point, it's so much easier to kind of snap without realizing the consequences. And it happens in such a small level. It's like, it's like slow poisoning, right? Like it's like you're being poisoned, and you're going to see the aftermath of it only after certain years. So and like, how do you change that? So it's better to start off early when kids are little, to realize that this is possibility, this could happen, and this is my role, and I need to be mindfully aware of that. Will I be perfect? No. Are we trying to create perfect parent? No. We're trying to make women, first of all, be complete in herself, so she doesn't identify her being with her children or a husband. It's her. But when she is complete, it's so much in a better position to love the children from that spot, and also love the husband. So to have that unity, right, without being compromised on who you are. So, yeah. And we could like totally go deep into this topic.
I can so relate with your words, and somehow it is a husband's responsibility to fill that cup. You
Mm.
know, it's
Yeah.
very important, and most of the husbands do not realize it. I'll share
Yes.
one figure with you.
Mm.
Two-thirds of women in married life are subject to domestic violence in India.
Wow, that's a big number.
Yes, and what are we expecting them to teach to the next generation when they are not mentally fit? What
Yeah.
can we expect from them? They are
Mm.
not happy. What kind
Mhm.
of a mental state they would be if they are going through domestic violence?
Mhm.
And we are not only talking about uneducated population, even the uneducated population. I have so many cases.
Mm. Mhm.
Educated population is suffering so much. People are highly educated, but still they don't understand how to run a relationship, how to maintain a relationship. We're still
Right.
going on with the old patterns.
Right. Right.
So we need to take care of this relationship first so that we can raise a happy and healthy generation, which is going to raise next generation.
Mhm.
As you said, so many broken adults.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
I totally relate with your words. I want to suggest something. I am associated with the NGO,
Mhm.
wherein what they do, like we have a lot of mothers connected here. What they do sessions.
Mm.
They have monthly topics, and wherein they do sessions for the group. So
Mhm.
whoever is like, you have such great knowledge, Lakshmi,
Mhm.
and in few minutes I could observe how much you can contribute to the society and the group. So I'm sure there are many other mothers or many other group members who can do that. We can do some sessions for the good, general sessions for the group members to
You
spread
know,
more awareness.
no, we'd love to anybody for that. I'm sure like everybody has their point of view, and everybody's point of view matters. And it's like Pratiksha just mentioned wisdom and knowledge. What did you say? It doesn't go hand in hand.
Education and wisdom doesn't go hand in
Right.
hand. That's my father's talking from the time I've been growing up. He
Mm.
says just because you might have a degree in hand, you might even have a PhD in hand, but that doesn't qualify you if you are not able to even have the basic values to take life forward. So
So true.
both of them never go hand in hand. Yeah, that's one is a piece of paper, and the other one is actually the real, pathway of life which you need to be careful about. Yeah,
Right.
so that's the thing. Yeah.
It's a respect what we like. It's a respect of education, money, any of that. And I've seen some of the richest couple, right? But they have worst marriage ever. Why? Because the conditioning too. Like sometimes the husband's like, traditional Indian family, right? It's like, oh, I don't enter the kitchen or I don't do this. It's women's thing, but it's like the role is still on the women's head. So it's just the imbalance that we're talking about. And domestic violence is a real thing. And they don't know how to talk about it, who to talk, where do you find the space? Like, how can they go on Facebook and be like, hey, my husband's abusing me. What do I do? Like, there are a lot of people trapped in a shitty marriage and they don't know what to do. Either do you leave? If you leave, then there's a baggage that with the children, like who's going to handle that? And then they like stuff it in and they deal with it without realizing that mind body is connected. And when emotionally you're in that state of mind, it's your body is going to take a toll. Health will take a toll, and it's like a spiral down. It's so much. So yes, it would be lovely to do whatever bit we can. Not just me, everybody in this group. I'm sure like everyone will be equally excited to come join and contribute, have this conversation. So
Yeah, it's an incredible conversation, and very important one also, because the biggest problem Indian society is facing, there's a huge stigma around this mental health or
Mhm.
problems in the marriage. People, especially women, not coming out, not talking about it, and Facebook bringing that
Mm.
anonymous post feature has
Mm.
exposed the society even more.
Mm.
People are coming out and talking when
Mhm.
they are not, they have an option of not showing their name. You
Yeah,
read
that's
the
a great
messages,
way.
you
Mm.
read the messages, and it is so surprising,
Mm.
what is going on in the society. But nobody wants to come out and talk about it.
Yeah. I
They
mean,
want to hide behind the curtain.
right. I mean, it's a there a lot at stake too, right? like if the
Yeah.
family is at stake. So it's understandable, like anybody
I do
would
agree.
do that, right? So it's more about kind of, but still helping these people navigate and to first of all create the space. I think it all starts from that. Like can
Yes.
share certain things. Nobody has it perfect. Everybody has their own problems. It's just being able to open up and being there for each other. So that's why, we really appreciate everybody kind of standing strong in whichever way. So, but thank you. It was lovely. So anybody else would like to add anything to this, go ahead. It's not about me, so please feel free to unmute and jump in anytime. You don't even have to raise hand. You see a cute little girl there?
Yeah, she actually wanted to see you and wanted to see herself in the camera. That's why I
Oh,
switched on to
that's so
video.
beautiful.
And she's
It's
going
so
on looking
nice.
at you and calling you mama. I wonder why.
Hi, you could call me mama. I don't mind. I don't have a girl, so it's good. It's always so nice when kids come and just cheers up the screen.
You want to say
Hi,
hi? Say mama.
mama. Okay, you can call me mama. I have a daughter now. Oh, lovely. Love that. Okay, so anybody else have anything to say before? I think we're like a little over an hour. We did good. We started out slow. Everybody was a bit tight, but it's nice to kind of open up and have this conversation. So we look forward to having more of these as we go. But any last thoughts before we unwind?
I think this is the power of this network, right? I mean, see the number of stories which are coming out.
Yeah.
So I think your conference is already very successful. Lakshmi, I think Lakshmi, Natalia, the entire team. I think if you're able to just come out and just speak what is there in mind, you're creating that safe space for people to, come and speak here. So, whether you're a young mom, whether you're an older mom, whatever you're doing in terms of your business, in terms of everything. So I think it is really good. It was so nice to see Rajesh, I think, joining from a train. I mean, look at the enthusiasm saying that, I still want to join, and see what's
Love that. I
happening here.
know.
So I think that was good, but lovely meeting all of you. I think currently I feel like I'm the oldest mom over here, having a 25-year-old now.
You
But
look
it
like
was fun to
you
hear
look
the
like a
story,
baby.
yeah.
You're cheating the
But it was
system.
nice. It was good, and nice. I think I'm sure you're going to do this more often. But
Yes, now we're going to do more of this interactive thing because I feel like more than bringing, I don't think anybody really need experts. I just feel like I think they need each other.
Absolutely.
I think that is the first thing that I feel. So I want to give that open space for them. Maybe even do like every Friday, like open conversation. Everybody can come in. Maybe we can have certain topics we can go around and let everybody open up and chat. Like everybody gets 1 minute to share their thoughts and we can kind of go in circles around that. Sudha, I think we didn't say hi to Sudha. We'll say a quick hi to Sudha. Hi, Sudha. Okay, it's muted. All right, guys. So any final thoughts before we hang up? Okay, go ahead, Ratiksha. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I didn't formally introduce myself. So the thing is, to the group, the ones who don't know me, my real story is that I actually joined Mom Power just like any other normal mom. Found my own tribe, attended the conference, made so many, unexpected connections. So it just started with that. And I didn't imagine that I would, end up working with Lakshmi presently. So besides the working part, okay, let's keep that aside. Let me say what it's done for me in the personal front. I was basically someone who was only just held up to the corporate world, the same old black, white, blue world. That's all it was. But then coming here, Lakshmi was the one who encouraged me to actually go out there, meet people. That included VPs, that included CEOs, that included directors. I had never done that in my life, but had she not pushed me, I wouldn't have actually gained this confidence to go ahead and speak to people of that level. So the thing is, mom power, in the sense, I can just give you an example. For me, like a normal mom, what I came in and what I've become, that journey is only what I'm trying to highlight. So today, when I sit here, I'm having a whole new different confidence in terms of handling communications, in terms of approaching people, in terms of, just being at ease, even though it just made me realize that they are also just humans like us in flesh and blood. We may just have the taboo that, okay, you know what, he is the head of Wipro, she is the head of Reliance. No, it's not like that. End of the day, they are also moms, they are also dads, they are also humans, they have the same feelings like us. So that particular thing, I can say I've come out of my shell. So coming as a normal mom who only was stuck in the corporate world, and now becoming a mom who wouldn't stop talking to these people now. So I would say that Mompower 360 is, what, kind of, put me in this transformation, what I am today. So I hope, I know Lakshmi is definitely going to, be, love to actually kind of see what, the one's strengths are, and, try to bring that out as well. Because end of the day, like she mentioned, experts are there, mentors are there, but then you also finding your tribe to identify your strength and weakness can also take you a long way. So that is one thing which I would, love to add on the closing note. Yeah.
That's lovely. Thank you, Pratiksha. That was, I think, a great point. Like, everybody has it within them. It's just about finding the tribe and getting it out. So it's wonderful. Thank you so much. And yes, you're amazing. We all have that in us. It's just about finding that, right? So lovely talking to you guys, and we'll see you guys soon. Just keep giving the feedback. This is new for us, this whole platform. I'm kind of playing around with the idea, adding on more new features to it. So I'm going to kind of take your feedback. That's I want to explore it with just few people before we release it to everybody, because then it's harder to navigate that space. So I like that it was more intimate group. And we'll kind of keep up with it for a few more weeks and play around with the platform before we take it and open it up for everybody, because I think too many people, it gets harder to handle initially. So I like this, that we're going to stagger it up. So thank you for trying it out and all the initial feedbacks. Monica says that you look like a very young mom. And that's what I keep saying. Reena is like cheating the system. Like, she looks, I'm like, you're supposed to be having like a toddler. Like, how do you have 25-year-old?
Thanks, Monica. Thanks, Lakshmi. I think it's all
Reena, you should give us tips.
Yes.
relationship tips I can give you, Monica.
Yeah. Relationship tip.
Oh, yeah. Inner happiness.
Yes,
no cream
absolutely.
can beat that.
And do what you want.
Can
I mean,
beat
I
that.
always keep saying that. I mean, Lakshmi knows about it anyway. Say that I think if you love what you're doing, then I think that kind of keeps you happy always. I waited to continue my education after my daughter started working. So I was working in the corporate for about 28 years, and I said I always wanted to do a doctorate, but I said let her start working, then I'll take it up. I finished my PhD just last month, and I'm going for my convocation on Sunday.
Wow.
So
So
so I'm
she's gonna
doing
be
what I want to do types. So that kind of helps. And that's what keeps you happy. And
So
she's
I want to share
now.
one thing, Reena. I am 42 and I am doing my master's now again. So, learning is a continuous process. It's not a destination.
Absolutely. That's why I keep telling my daughter also. I go to a lot of colleges, universities. I talk to students. I'm 52. So I keep telling people, you need to, learning never stops at any age, right? So
You guys are so inspiring. And like with Reena, I remember her saying like she's doing PhD, and for like 2 years we were talking, and she's like, I'm working on this paper, I'm studying. And it's so, every time I spoke to her, I would get like inspired. And if you see, like, she has this beautiful voice and smile, and she is such positive vibration. It's like I just have to talk to Reena, and I'm like, okay, I'm in my zone. So she kind of tunes me into like total positive spirit. So it's wonderful to see how you women are going after your dreams. By the way, that's my another plan. Like, soon after the conference, I'm kind of signing up for like a bunch of courses that I'm going to be doing. So that's why this platform was important for me to set it up, so I could focus on going back to like kind of learning and kind of things that I enjoy. So it's so exciting that we're all in this space.
It's great to be
Thank you.
connected to the like-minded people, and I'm from Gurgaon. I would love to have you all in Gurgaon. I feel, so distant. I am in Gurgaon. You guys are more about Bangalore.
We're all like, well, it's still India, so that's good. So we should do like one of these days. We had these plans of doing like retreat, like going to a fun place where we could all have these conversations sitting by a fire and or by the beach or something. So that's something that we have it in the back burner. So when the time is right, we're all going to come together for a nice, fun mom's trip. How exciting is that? Like no responsibilities. We'll give our children to our husbands and just take off for like 3 days.
I get that privilege on weekend. My husband makes breakfast and he says it's not your duty. And
that's so nice.
We agree on weekends, but he end up doing on weekdays also.
That's so sweet. That's so sweet. My husband started to like step in, like he made this chana masala. He goes on YouTube, like, I got it covered because now I'm kind of getting busy with this conference. So he's kind of stepping it up. Even this morning, he kind of was like a bit hands-on and things. So that's great. Like, and earlier I was more of a hands-on mom. So like I took care of everything with home. He took care of the work. And now since I'm kind of transitioning, he's kind of stepping in. So I feel like it's also about asking. I feel like it's not that the guys don't want to do it. Sometimes it's just about us women to be kind of voice that and in a polite way, not like, hey, da 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 da, but more like, you know what, I think I'm going to do this. So you're going to step in and you're going to fill this role. And you'll be surprised with how many men will be like, yeah, sure. And women don't ask. That's the problem. And later they're angry because they're like, he doesn't do this. It doesn't do that. But sometimes I'm like, did you really ask? Just ask and see, because most likely they will be okay with it. So
we women assume our husbands to be an X-ray machine.
Yeah.
So we don't talk. We expect them to understand everything. And they keep, solving the puzzle. Okay, this, that.
What's she thinking? Why is she mad?
And then we keep getting angry. He does not understand me.
Yeah, no, totally. That's like the big issue.
That's a new term. I like that, X-ray machine.
Can you imagine? So I think like with Mompower, so one of the funny thing happened when we put the Times of India ad, right? Like for a conference, we had a lot of men calling. And Natalia and I are like, why are men calling us? Like, could you please take our wife? Could you please help our wife? It's like men desperately wanting their wives. And now I know, I'm like, why? Because it's like they don't have the X-ray vision and they're hoping Mompower will be the X-ray vision.
I had an opposite experience. Recently, I had a client. She called me. She discussed everything with me. And then she said, I want my husband to take the session. So I'm sharing your number with him. He's going to come and have a session with you. So it was like, I felt so happy. Things are changing now.
It's changing. We're going to have a spin-off like Dad Power 360 soon. So
and you won't believe he did come. And he was so open. Yeah. He was so open. He discussed everything, and it was so wonderful to hear him. And they were having issues, but they were very open to learn and change things.
That's the first part.
Especially the husband.
Nothing like it when both a mom and dad are willing. I feel like for a child, for a family, it's such a great thing. The problem comes when they're stubborn and the ego comes in, and when they're like, no, I'm right, my way is right. That's when the family starts to break.
True.
So, So great. So we'll keep the conversation rolling. We'll probably catch up for another, like probably weekly chat. We'll create this chat rooms in a way, so we could kind of come chat about literally anything, So thank you again, Ado, for like time. I was hoping that it'll be 30 minutes, but we went over like an hour, as always, women talk. But that's okay. So it's lovely chatting again, and we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for all the feedbacks. Thanks for the time. Mompower360, an empowering community for moms just like you and me.